A conference aimed at tackling gang crime has heard that violence in urban areas, particularly in London, has worsened since the summer riots of 2011. The delegates were told that the arrest of senior gang members created a vacuum that prompted violent power struggles among younger, more hot-headed gang members. Our correspondent Ben Ando reports.
What is this? What is this? I told them what the point is.
In a church that was almost destroyed during World War II, they're looking for solutions to the gang problem that's devastating Britain's inner cities now. This conference was organised by the urban youth charity XLP. It says the cost of gang membership is one society can no longer afford.
You've got to ask yourself, what is the most cost effective? Prison is £40,000 a year. A Young Offenders Institute is £165,000 a year. Murders can cost millions of quid to investigate. So if we can get to kids earlier and provide alternatives, then actually that is far more cost effective than letting these issues escalate into some of the violence that we've seen. And also the emotional costs. I have to deal with parents who lose kids to knife crime. They can't put money on that.
Delegates heard that the arrest of gang leaders after the riots in 2011 allowed younger, more reckless gang members to seize control, with a corresponding increase in violence.
This is not a situation that we can simply arrest our way out of. The police clearly have got a role to perform in terms of enforcement, but unless we balance that with the other side of the coin, the engagement, the long-term effective partnership working, then I think we're always going to struggle.
What is the involvement of girls?
And it's teenage girls who can pay the highest price, often sexually exploited by members of the gang they thought they'd joined for protection and respect.
They're not getting the attention at home, then they've got no dads, then they feel that the boy's giving them that attention. It's okay to hit because my dad hit my mum, so it must be part of life. So, you know, they just think it's just normal.
One suggestion, give vulnerable youngsters hope and clear routes to success, security and respect outside of the gangs.
The campaign groups all agree that the gangs provide young people with a sense of self-worth, a sense of belonging and a sense of being loved. And they say that until society can do the same, the gangs will always be more attractive to disaffected young people. Ben Ando, BBC News, Central London.
You don't know what it's like to have to constantly be defending yourself because of where you live. And school, sod school, who cares about maths? I need to care about those guys waiting for me down the road after school. How am I going to get home?
Only 2 weeks into January 2013 and we already have 3 gang-related murders since Christmas. 2 so proximate in time and space that the memorial bouquets are only steps apart. So since the riots of 2011, when normally rival gangs agreed to meet together and target wealthy Londoners with vandalism, robbery and violence, what has changed? What have we learned? A conference hosted by XLP, the community movement that works with and around the gang culture within the boroughs they dominate, was held today in the city to call for changes in government policy.
Again, gangs used to be more around ethnicity, and some still are, but now it's around geography, it's about the area you live in.
Patrick Regan started XLP and has written Fighting Chance, a book about gang culture.
I mean, I live in South East London, and I think I'm motivated because I'm part of my community. And I think whatever you own, you take responsibility for. If my car breaks, it's my responsibility. I own the issues of my community. I want my kids to grow up in a safe community. I'm passionate about seeing change. And we can't just carry on this way, sticking plasters over cracks and expecting this trouble just to go away.
After 2011, the Met embarked on a series of arrests aimed at removing gang leaders from the community in hope that thereafter the more junior members would respond to offers of help into a new life.
But all that did was leave a vacuum for younger, more disorganised, more violent kids to take their place.
We've got the resources that we need in policing terms, but as we've been hearing already at the conference this morning, it's critical that the organisations, agencies work in partnership. It's been said before, the gang situation, the youth violence problem is not one that we're going to arrest our way out of.
So long as disaffected girls and boys can only find identity and community inside a gang, it's going to be a long job. Liz Wickham, London Tonight.